Chosen one, listen very carefully. This moment is not ordinary. What you are hearing right now is not random at all. You did not stumble into this message. You were led into it, pulled into it, interrupted by it. Heaven has paused your day for a reason that is already moving inside your spirit. Something around you has shifted. Something near you has crossed a line you can no longer ignore. God has allowed this interruption because He is done watching you shrink to fit an environment that was never built to hold you. He is done watching you adapt to people who do not honor your presence. He is done watching you explain away the red flags He has been placing in front of you over and over again. There has been a subtle pressure in your atmosphere, a quiet tightening, a sense that something is not right, even though you tried to call it normal. That unrest is not fear, it is revelation. It is God lifting the veil so you can finally see what has been draining you. Scripture says that bad company corrupts good character. It shapes your spirit without asking for your permission. And right now God is exposing the influence around you, not to shame you, but to save you. He is revealing what your eyes missed. He is uncovering what your heart has been wrestling with. This message is not here to entertain you. It is here to alert you. There is a spiritual trespass happening near your life, and heaven is sounding an alarm. If your spirit feels pulled toward these words, it is because something in you already knows the truth. You were not meant to stay where you are. You were meant to rise. Stay with me. Do not look away. What is coming next is the clarity you have been praying for. Chosen one, you have been carrying a weight you rarely talk about. A heaviness that does not come from your body, but from your environment. You have been trying to convince yourself that things are fine, that people mean well, that the tension you feel is just in your imagination. But it has never been your imagination. It has been your discernment struggling to speak through the noise. There are people around you who have slowly shaped your spirit without you noticing. Their words linger, their energy drains, their presence shifts the atmosphere of a room the moment they enter it. You have tried to explain away the discomfort, tried to offer excuses for their behavior, tried to hold on to the hope that maybe this time will be different. But chosen one, something inside you knows the truth. You have been adapting to an atmosphere that was never designed to sustain you. You have been loyal in places that have not been loyal to you. You have defended people who do not defend you. You have given grace to those who quietly resent the light you carry. Some smile in your presence, but sigh with relief when you leave. Some act harmless but keep you small with subtle words, subtle looks, subtle doubt. They are not always loud, they are not always cruel, but their presence pulls at your spirit like a slow leak you cannot find. This is why you feel tired in ways sleep cannot fix. This is why your peace disappears the moment you enter certain spaces. This is why you feel spiritually dehydrated even when you are doing everything right. You have been breathing in an atmosphere that is contaminated. You have been living among people who take from you without ever pouring back into you. God has seen every moment you tried to help someone who had no intention of growing. He has seen every tear you wiped in silence. He has seen the confusion in your heart when someone you trusted suddenly shifted their tone, their loyalty, their posture. You did not imagine the distance. You did not imagine the change. Your spirit recognized what your mind was not yet ready to accept. Scripture says, "Blessed is the one who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked." Psalm chapter 1, verse 1. Yet you have been surrounded by voices that weaken your confidence, advice that pulls you away from purpose, conversations that drain your energy. God is showing you this pattern not to condemn you, but to free you. He is revealing that what you thought was normal has been slowly suffocating your spirit. Think about the last time you felt fully alive. Think about a moment where your joy rose without resistance. Notice how far away that moment feels now. It is not because you changed, It is because the environment around you has been reshaping your inner world without your permission. Chosen one, God is not angry with you. He is grieved by what has been happening to you. He is grieved that you kept giving access to people who were never meant to hold your heart. He is grieved that you kept returning to cycles he already tried to pull you out of. This is why he is speaking so clearly now. This is why the unrest in your spirit has grown louder. This is why the discomfort has become impossible to ignore. You have been walking through life like someone standing in a room where the air has been slowly stolen. At first, you barely noticed. A small pinch of discomfort, a faint tension. But step by step, your spirit has been losing breath. And now God is placing his hand on your shoulder and saying, enough. Not because you failed, but because you deserve clarity. You deserve peace. You deserve relationships that honor your calling instead of draining it. This is your moment of recognition. What you feel is not weakness. It is revelation. God is helping you see what has been hidden in plain sight. The reason you are here is because heaven is refusing to let you stay blind. You are being awakened. You are being shown the truth behind the smiles, the motives beneath the words, the spiritual weight behind the atmosphere. Chosen one, you are not crazy. You are discerning. And God is about to show you why he has been stirring your spirit for so long. Stay with this message. There is more he needs to reveal. Before we go any further, chosen one, I want you to pause for a moment. Let your spirit settle. Let the truth you are hearing rise to the surface. If something inside you is stirring, acknowledge it. Do not brush it aside. If this message is speaking to you, take a simple step of alignment. Tap like so. This word reaches others who need the same clarity. Subscribe if your spirit feels connected, not out of routine, but as a sign that you choose insight over confusion. It is a small act, but it places you in the flow of what God is trying to reveal in this season. When you comment, let it be a declaration. Write what your heart is sensing. Write the word you feel God highlighting to you right now. Give your spirit a voice. Seal this moment with intention. Take a quiet breath. Listen inward. What is God drawing your attention to? Let your yes be clear. Chosen one, truth is approaching you with a weight you can no longer ignore. It has been knocking softly for months, maybe years, but now it stands at your door with clarity. You asked God to reveal what you could not see. You prayed for understanding. You begged for confirmation. And now the answer is arriving in a form that may feel sharp at first, but it is designed to set you free. The environment you have been adapting to is not neutral. It has been shaping you in ways you did not fully recognize. Your mood shifts, your energy drains, your confidence tightens like a muscle that has been used incorrectly for too long. What you called survival became a pattern. What you called normal became a cage. What you excused became a cycle. Cycles have power. A toxic rhythm does not need to shout to dominate you. It only needs repetition. The same arguments, the same disappointments, the same apologies followed by the same behavior. These patterns wrap around your spirit like invisible chains. You start calling exhaustion peace. You start calling stagnation stability. You start calling compromise loyalty. But deep inside, something is not at rest. This is why God is intervening. He sees what you were never meant to adjust to. He sees how your vision has been clouded by constant drama. He sees how your potential has been strangled by environments too small for your calling. And he knows that until you recognize the truth, you cannot step into the future he has prepared. Scripture says, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." John chapter 8, verse 32. Freedom does not begin with movement. It begins with revelation. You are not stuck because you lack strength. You are stuck because something around you has been distorting your ability to see clearly. Look closely at your life. Look at the places where your joy fades the moment you walk in. Look at the people who only reach out when they need something. Look at the conversations that always end with you feeling smaller than when you started. These are not coincidences. These are warnings. Your spirit has been sounding an alarm long before this message reached you. There is a quiet voice inside you. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it rises. It says, "This is not your home." It says, "You do not belong here." It says, "Something is off." You tried to silence it. You tried to rationalize it. You tried to tell yourself everything is fine. But discernment does not disappear. It only waits for the moment you are ready to listen. God is giving you the gift of sight, not physical sight, but spiritual vision. He is showing you the hidden chains, the unhealthy loyalties, the subtle manipulations. He is revealing the emotional agreements you made out of fear, guilt, or habit. Every time you tolerated disrespect to keep the peace, a link was added to the chain. Every time you swallowed your truth to avoid conflict, the cage tightened. You may think leaving is the hard part, but in reality, the hardest part is recognizing the truth. Recognition is the first gate of deliverance. Once you see clearly, movement becomes possible. You do not step out of captivity by accident. You step out because revelation awakens your courage. God is not trying to scare you. He is trying to wake you. The danger is not only in what people do to you. The danger is in how you slowly begin to accept less than what God promised. Jesus said, "He came so that you may have life and have it abundantly." John chapter 10 verse 10. Abundance cannot grow in contaminated soil. Purpose cannot expand in low environments. Destiny cannot flourish where discernment is ignored. Think about the moments when you felt drained for no reason. Think about the days when your mind felt cloudy, even though nothing stressful happened. This is spiritual leakage. This is energy theft. Something or someone has been feeding on your light without your consent. Your spirit knows this before your mind can explain it. This is why the uneasiness grew louder. It is why the peace felt thinner. It is why your prayers shifted from "God help me" to "God show me." And God is showing you. He sees every motive behind the smiles. He sees every hidden agenda behind the compliments. He sees who celebrates you publicly but competes with you privately. He sees who draws close to benefit from your light but steps back when you need support. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 7. This is why God is confronting your circle, not to isolate you, but to realign you. You cannot walk into a new season carrying old attachments that corrupt your clarity. You cannot step into your calling surrounded by voices that pull you back into who you used to be. Can two walk together unless they have agreed to do so? Amos chapter 3 verse 3. Agreement is spiritual. The wrong agreement can derail your destiny. Cycles become cages. Cages become identities. Identities become limitations. And then you wonder why you feel stuck. But you were never stuck. You were entangled. God is loosening the knots. He is breaking the permissions you unknowingly gave to the wrong people. He is revealing that not everyone deserves access to your emotions. Not everyone deserves entry into your spirit. Do not mistake attachment for alignment. Do not mistake familiarity for safety. Do not mistake history for destiny. There are people who were part of your story, but not part of your assignment. Their chapter ended, even though your compassion tried to keep them in the plot. God is removing them with intention so He can restore your balance. Your ability to rise is tied to your willingness to release. Just as soil must be turned for new seeds to take root, your life must be rearranged so your spirit can breathe again. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Transformation requires separation. Renewal requires release. Growth requires space. This is not punishment. This is pruning. Jesus said, "Every branch that bears fruit is pruned so it can bear even more." John chapter 15 verse 2. Pruning is uncomfortable, but it is sacred. It is God shaping you for something greater. It is God removing what blocks your clarity. It is God preparing the ground for your rise. Chosen one, pay attention to the shifts. Notice who fades from your life without explanation. Notice who suddenly reveals their true motives. Notice the new desires waking up inside you. These are signs of alignment. These are signs that God is guiding you out of confusion and into purpose. You asked for clarity. You asked for truth. You asked for direction. And heaven is answering. What you do with this revelation will determine the next chapter of your life. You are not being pushed out. You are being called forward. God is moving you toward a place where your spirit can breathe, where your purpose can grow, where your identity can flourish without being extinguished. Stay with this message. What comes next will show you the future you are stepping into. Chosen one, what you are stepping into will not look like what you are leaving behind. The pressure you feel now is not a sign of collapse. It is the sign of a beginning. Just like a seed pressed beneath the soil, the weight around you is preparing you for emergence. The darkness is not punishment, it is incubation. Something inside you is breaking open, and heaven is guiding the process. God is rearranging your atmosphere. People, places, and opportunities are shifting into new positions. Some will drift away without conflict. Others will reveal themselves in ways you did not expect. Pay attention to the movement. What looks like loss is divine repositioning. What feels like emptiness is the clearing of old ground. God is not stripping you. He is making room. Your next chapter will not come with chaos. It will come quietly at first, in clarity, in steady steps, in opportunities that require maturity instead of desperation. You will begin to feel a strange confidence rising from within, even if your surroundings have not changed yet. This is the sign that your spirit has moved ahead of your circumstances. When the external catches up, you will recognize the alignment instantly. There is a new circle forming around you, people who speak to your future and not to your fears, people who honor your calling instead of resenting it, people who recognize your light because they carry light of their own. You will no longer feel drained in every conversation. You will no longer feel out of place in your own environment. God is building a community that strengthens you rather than weakens you. This shift is not only personal, it is spiritual. The calling on your life is enlarging. What once felt too heavy for you will soon feel natural. Where you once hesitated, you will move with authority. You are being prepared to carry greater responsibility, greater influence, and greater clarity. God is training your discernment so you can walk confidently in places that used to intimidate you. You will notice signs of acceleration, small doors opening with perfect timing, paths clearing that were blocked for years, ideas arriving that feel too precise to be coincidence. This is not luck. This is alignment. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19 says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. It springs up now. Do you not perceive it?" The shift is already in motion. Your only task is to stay awake. Chosen one, expect transformation in unexpected ways. Expect peace that does not match your situation. Expect provision that arrives before you panic. Expect clarity that silences confusion instantly. God is not only restoring you, He is elevating you. The version of you that has been rising quietly in your spirit is about to step into the light. You are approaching a threshold. One step beyond it, everything changes. Your vision sharpens, your purpose expands, your voice strengthens. The future you prayed for begins to unfold. It may not look dramatic on the outside, but inside you something powerful has already shifted. This is your rise. It will not be loud. It will be undeniable. Stay aligned, stay discerning, stay ready. The new season is already here. Chosen one, this is the moment where the message becomes movement. What you have heard so far was revelation. What you choose next will be transformation. You are standing at the line between who you were and who you are becoming. This is not the time to shrink back. This is the time to respond. Place your hand on your heart if you can. Take one slow breath. Feel the weight that has lived inside you for too long. Feel the tension of every cycle that has drained your peace. Now acknowledge the truth rising inside you. You are not powerless. You are not trapped. You are not meant to carry what God is releasing you from. Say it softly or boldly. Say it in your mind or with your voice. I am a chosen one. These words are not pride. They are alignment. When you speak them, you shift the atmosphere around you. Doubt loses its grip. Fear loses its volume. Confusion loses its authority. Your spirit steps into clarity the moment your mouth agrees with truth. You do not owe anyone long explanations for stepping into your purpose. You do not need to apologize for choosing peace over chaos. You do not need permission to walk away from what harms you. You are honoring the calling God placed inside you. You are choosing obedience over opinion. You are choosing destiny over comfort. There may be people who misunderstand your decision. There may be moments where the unknown feels unsettling, but God works in the unseen. He builds in silence. He prepares doors you cannot yet imagine. Every step you take in faith positions you for what heaven has already written over your life. If possible, speak this aloud. God is elevating me. I am stepping into a new season. I will not stay where my spirit cannot breathe. Let these words anchor you. Let them become the ground you stand on when old patterns try to pull you back. You are not walking away from something small. You are walking toward something sacred. You are moving toward clarity, dignity, and alignment. This decision marks the turning point. The shift is already happening. Your spirit feels it. Heaven sees it. Chosen one, your breakthrough is not waiting for you to be perfect. It is waiting for you to be willing. Take the step. Close the old chapter. Ask God for the next instruction. Walk by faith, not by sight. Your rise has already begun. Your only task now is simple. Listen. Obey. Move. Chosen one. If your spirit is still here, it is because something in this message is aligning with the deepest part of who you are becoming. You did not continue listening out of curiosity. You continued because your spirit recognized instruction. Your heart recognized truth. Your future recognized its name being called. There comes a moment in every breakthrough where you must do something simple yet intentional to mark the shift. A gesture, a declaration, a response. Not because the action is powerful on its own, but because it symbolizes agreement. Agreement is what moves you from revelation into transformation. If this word has been pulling at you, I want you to do something that seems small but carries spiritual weight. Engage with this message in a way that says, I hear you, God, and I am aligning with what you are revealing. Tap like as a sign that you acknowledge the truth. Subscribe as a sign that you are choosing clarity over confusion and stepping into a space where your spirit will be fed, not drained. This is not about growing a channel. It is about growing your discernment. It is about identifying yourself as someone who refuses to return to blindness. When you subscribe, let it be your silent yes. A yes that heaven witnesses. A yes that says you are ready for the next instruction. A yes that says you want to stay connected to truth, not noise. Your spirit thrives when it has consistent reminders of who you are and what you are called to become. Subscribing is not a casual action. It is a choice to stay in alignment with messages that sharpen you instead of weaken you. If you feel something stirring inside you, write it in the comments. Let your own words become part of your activation. Write what God is highlighting. Write what is shifting. Write what you are releasing. When you express it, you anchor it. When you anchor it, you step into it. Many people hear a word, feel it for a moment, then let it fade. But chosen ones respond. Chosen ones seal what is revealed. Chosen ones participate in their own awakening. You are not here to consume content. You are here to receive confirmation. You are here to step into identity. You are here to reclaim authority over your atmosphere. And when you take action, you declare to your old cycles that you will not be returning. You declare to your future that you are ready to rise. Even the simplest act becomes a spiritual agreement when it is done with intention. So let this be your moment of agreement. If this message resonates, let your engagement be purposeful. Let it be prophetic. Let it be a sign that you refuse to shrink, refuse to stay silent, refuse to stay bound. You are stepping into clarity. You are stepping into alignment. You are stepping into spiritual maturity. Chosen one, stay connected, stay discerning, stay awake. More is coming, more insight, more revelation, more clarity. What God is preparing for you will require you to remain aligned with truth. And if your heart is saying yes, then let your actions echo that yes. This is not the end of the message. This is the transition into the next level of your story. Your rise is already underway. Continue with me. There is more you need to hear.